Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I never thought I would be saying this, but here we are. Welcome to Walking from Facts to Acts. Later I'll be telling you guys the why of this title because there's a story to it, but I just want to welcome you guys as I start walking into this new journey with the Lord, and I'm super excited to share with you guys, whether you guys are friends, family, or even you just ran into my YouTube channel. God always has a purpose. There's no coincidences with Him. We call them Godsidents. So I am preparing to go to Spain for 9 months. I'll be serving there with the ministry. So a little bit of my story. I came to the Lord when I was 7. My dad's job had sent him to Houston for 2 years, so we moved there. And I just remember the first year that we were there. At the school I was at, they had this kids club on some afternoons it was like a good news club, and so my mom signed us up. And I just remember the day that they talked about the story of the cross. For me, it just made sense. And I said yes to the Lord. I said I wanted to follow Him, and I've been walking with Him ever since. The Lord also used that same couple that was leading this kids club to reach my parents and even my little sister, who was 2 at the time. I was 7 and my little brother was 4. And I can go more into detail in another video if you guys want. 2 years later, we moved back to Mexico, and we had the privilege to attend a school for missionary kids. And there we were able to grow up with kids from different countries. So from the States, from Canada, from Colombia, from Venezuela, and even Korea. And I can honestly say that the Lord used that experience, those years, for me to see that there's no barriers for the Lord. There's no cultural barriers. There's no language barriers. Jesus is for the world, for the nations. And He's a personal God as well. So I learned to love cultures, to love traditions, to want to learn about different cultures as well. And through that school, we also were able to make really strong friendships with missionary families. Specifically, would always invite my siblings and I to help them out whenever they brought missionary teams. We would help with translating. We would help with helping translate sermons, testimonies, or just for communication. We helped do a kids club, VBS, even start building a church from the ground up, literally starting with like bricks and cement, more hands-on work, which was really fun. And I just remember telling the Lord, I really want to be a missionary. I really want to go abroad and serve you, but I want it to be your plan, not something that I desire to do. It was something I left in His hands at the end of the day. And missions is not the only thing that's in my heart. I've also felt a strong calling to serve and to disciple young adults, younger girls, and teenagers. Because for me, in my experience, the Lord blessed me also with spiritual leaders, spiritual mothers, and spiritual sisters, older sisters, who were that example for me. My parents, I'll talk about their example later, but I can say that through these women, the Lord was able to show me my identity in Him, my purpose as a daughter, as a sister, as a student, and whatever the Lord called me in, my talents, my career, that the Lord can use that as well. And my parents were just a huge example for me of what discipleship looks like. It can look like inviting someone to your house to have dinner, talking to them on the phone for hours and just listening to them and praying for them, going out to get coffee. Whether it also looked like taking clothes to the people who need it, buying groceries for people in need, being able to do the good and that in every opportunity that we have, because that's what we're called to do good, to plant seeds. And the Lord is already at work there. We can't forget that either. And for me, that's something I'm very passionate about, and that's something I want to be that older sister, be that spiritual mother at some point, and just serving the Lord in whatever way I can. So now going to why Spain. So I have some friends that I met while I was in college, and right now they're serving in Antequera, Spain. They're starting their ministry, and they reached out to me and they invited me to join them, and I was like, Lord, if this is your will, I'll go for it. I am ready, but I want it to be your will, and I'll take the steps, but you have to be the one opening the doors. So I applied, I did some interviews. I was also able to do a training with TMS. TMS is the organization with which my friends are working with, and this was a 2-week intensive training for missionaries, and it was in Panama this year. And I can say it was just so much blessing, so much growth, and just so much confirmation from the Lord. Not just for me to go to Spain, but the calling that He has in my life towards missions. I was able to meet other young adults who have that same heart to take Jesus to the nations. We were able to listen to stories from missionaries, learn from them, learn from their experiences, ask for their advice. And just be able to connect people with the same heart. And it was just very beautiful, and for me it was the Lord confirming that. So going deeper into why Spain. Spain right now is considered a post-Christian culture. So less than 2% of Spaniards would consider themselves evangelical or Christ followers. So that is a very low percentage. And the generation that's affected the most is in the young adults, college students, teenagers, because they're seeking to find identity, and the only one who can truly give us that, a place to belong, a purpose, is Jesus. And so the program that I'll be working with in this internship, I'll be joining a local team in Spain alongside with my friends, and the idea is to start a cafe ministry where we can create that space for young adults, for youth, where they can feel that they can be vulnerable, where they can ask questions, where they can see Jesus in action. The idea of this is also to build friendships, to evangelize through building relationships. And I will also be learning about the culture in Spain, and also learn the Spanish from there, because Spanish is different from different countries, even from the same country, different regions. They speak differently, so I'll be relearning Spanish in a way. And yeah, just walking alongside people, doing what Jesus did with His disciples, doing life together and loving them and praying for them. The point is, I'm not going to Spain to fix anything. I'm going there to listen, to learn, to observe, and to love. So, how can you partner? If you feel led to not just join me and subscribe to the YouTube channel, but if you feel led to pray, prayer is powerful. Right now, my visa is being processed, so for that to go well and to go smoothly, and for there to be no obstacles. And the other thing I need prayer for right now is financial support for God's provision, because I am depending 100% on Him. And also, if you guys feel led to want to support me financially, I'll leave the link to the TMS page where you can support me down below. You can click on it and go to give a worker. You could either put my name, Nilem Vazquez, or my ID number, which I also put here on the video. And any donation is appreciated, and I know the Lord will use that and will multiply that greatly. And also, well, I'll be posting on here my journey as well as on Instagram. It's also called Walking from Facts to Acts. And I also have a private Facebook group where I'll be posting more personal things, more pictures, more. I think I'll be putting more updates over there. So if you guys want to join that too, you can add me on Facebook, Nilem Vazquez, and be like, hey, I want to join your Facebook group. And I'll be like, sure, and I'll add you. So now I just want to explain the title for the YouTube channel, Walking from Facts to Acts. The Bible is filled with truth, it's filled with facts. But if we just fill that knowledge up and we don't act on it, it's fruitless. So we need to give fruit, we need to act on it. That's why Walking from Facts to Acts. And Acts with capital letter because of the book of Acts, where we see that example of Jesus' disciples walking in Jesus' steps and making disciples and bringing the good news to all nations. So I want to end this video with sharing two verses, one that has been a prayer in my life for so many years, and the other one just that the Lord is reminding me these past months. The first one is Acts 1:8. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. So this is the Great Commission. And it's not just me being called or just missionaries being called. We're all called to be witnesses where we're at, or if you feel called to go somewhere else. And the second one is Isaiah 6:8. Then I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go for us? And they said, here am I, send me. So, here am I, Lord, send me. And these verses remind me why I said yes to the Lord, and that I'm walking in faith, a little nervous, but also trusting Him that He's gonna make way and that He has a purpose for everything. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.